Hello, Aries. Welcome to your end of March reading. For the middle of March, we get abundance. Abundance. You had a lot of friends, Aries. You used to have all these friends that you were hanging out with in March, and there could have been a lot of money involved, but also codependency. And there was worry there. Somebody had a fear of abandonment. Somebody was afraid of being abandoned. It's like, well, this connection is great, but I don't want to be abandoned, and somebody had a fear of abandonment going on in the middle of March. Now, at the end of March, we have the Death card, the Death card. And with the Death card, see, I'm new to this particular deck. With the Death card, the advice is to make space for new things, for new opportunities, and a new sunrise. You can develop your strength and your power, not against others, but only for yourself. So it's talking about making changes within yourself at the end of March. You're healing from something, okay? You're healing from something. And clarifying the Death card for the present of healing from something, we get the Star, which is the healing card, okay? The Knight of Discs, okay? This healing could be happening slowly, or you could have been dealing with somebody who moves slowly. And then we have the 7 card, which looks like 7 of Cups, but the advice from the 7 of Cups is to get to the bottom of your fears and follow the desires from which the strongest energy emanates. By the fruit that you reap, you will know what is right for you and what is not. Develop and support your own standards, especially in matters of love and intimate desires. So basically, you're going through some sort of ending that you're healing from at the end of March, and you're realizing what you want and don't want in your life, but this healing is taking a slow time. You may not even know that you have a fear of abandonment if this is about you. Sometimes it takes us a while to realize certain things about ourselves. We don't really look at ourselves deeply enough, and we may think that everything's good until later on we do realize, like, hey, I do have a fear of abandonment, or I do have, and it takes us a while sometimes to really look inside ourselves. So you're realizing that, it's only you that you can change. Like, you can't make other people do what you want them to do, and you're getting to the root of your fears. The root of your fears, which is, what are you really afraid of, is what that 7 of Cups card is asking you. What are you really afraid of? Okay. So you're healing, but it's slowly, because you were dealing with some sort of ending. And even though you're in a great present situation, you're afraid of being abandoned because something happened to you in your past that caused you to be upset or be hurt. So these are your clarifying cards for that Death card. That is at the end of March, okay? There's an ending, some sort of ending you're facing, okay? In April, we have the Success card, the Change card, the Gain card, and the Princess of Discs, okay? So that's in April. April. Let's look at that Success card. These pictures really trip me up, with this new deck. I end up having to, really closely look at them and be like, oh, that's what that is. So for love, for you, inner balance is very important. You create an atmosphere of closeness and sharing in which the differences of big and small, strong and weak are reduced. A situation in which you can also be weak without provoking strengths, and the same vice versa. A situation eventually in which without scruple or genuflection you can accept and receive. So I have no idea what that word means, genuflection. So I'm going to change it to reflection. Well, it's still not working out, but this is talking about a situation that you're going to be able to accept and receive, is what I'm getting using the context clues of what I read. So in April, some situation is coming forward for you that is going to be a situation that you can receive, that you can accept. And it's going to involve change and gain and a princess of discs, okay? Somebody new is coming into your life in April, okay? It's going to be a gain for you. Now, I don't know who this princess of discs is, okay? But we can clarify it with the book. So this is a person who's been through a lot of difficulties that's coming towards you. The message for them is to not forget, if you're a cross watcher and that you feel that you are the princess of discs, the message for you is to not forget that beauty and true values often initially blossom in secret and want to be collected from there. So, somebody is approaching you in April that has had a lot of difficulties, but they're going to benefit you, okay? They're going to benefit you. Your attitude about everything is the Seven of Discs. You're trying to figure out what you really want from relationships, okay? Because at this point, you're not really sure. You're not really sure, okay? And the reason you're not sure what you want from relationships is because somebody could have hurt you in the past. I'm getting Emperor energy. Whoever hurt you, this person was my way or the highway. Everything had to be a certain way with this person. People could have been scared of this person. And you had a tower moment with this person. And whoever this person was, they could have committed an abuse of power. We have this power card. Let me look more into that Four of Pentacles. Because I know that's not how this book says it. The book doesn't call it an abuse of power. Somebody was not supporting you the way that they should have, okay? Somebody was not being supportive of you. And when someone was not supportive of you and you had a tower moment with this person, it made you wonder what exactly it is you want out of love, because I don't know, for some reason I'm thinking of that song I used to hear at the skating rink all the time. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. So it's almost like somebody could have hurt you and you really love this person, and now it's like, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it to fully invest my heart in people? Even though I'm having a good time right now, is it really worth it to invest my heart in people fully when they can hurt me? Emperor, Tower, Power, this was an abuse of power, okay? That's what I'm getting when I look at these images. This was an abuse of power. Somebody knew that you loved them a lot and they still abused their power, okay? And so your attitude now is, well, I don't know if I want love or not. Like, I don't know if I want to be fully close to someone or to fully love someone. Influencing the situation, we get the Prince of Swords, okay? Prince of Swords. Now, who is the Prince of Swords is what I want to know. Prince of Swords is somebody that daydreams a lot. That could be influencing the situation. You could have also been dealing with somebody who daydreams a lot. And this person was not a whole person, because we get the Indolences card. They had things that they needed to work on within themselves, and they were lovers. They were lovers with a Queen of Cups. She could have been dealing with a Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio is that motherly energy, so it could have been a situation involving your mother or some sort of parental figure. And they could have been involved with somebody who abused their power, or somebody that led you into a situation with somebody that abused their power. Um, since these cards are all together for the clarification, I don't think this Queen of Cups was whole. I think this Queen of Cups had stuff that she needed to work on. She was not fully whole. And she was lovers with a Prince of Swords. This could have been a codependent relationship, because she was not fully in touch with herself. She was getting involved with somebody who is not good for her. Let's look at your obstacles, okay? And your outcome, and your what you don't see coming. Let's look at what you don't see coming. Okay. So your obstacle, we get the Hierophant. The Hierophant usually speaks of a marriage. It could be that you used to be married to somebody that hurt you. And your obstacle, as far as love goes, could be letting others in on your plans and intentions, and remain open to what others have to say to you. So if you don't trust anyone, you're not really letting people know what you're doing. You're just going ahead and doing what you want to do. And it's saying you need to remain open to what others have to say to you. You may not trust them, so you're not being open with them, okay? Your obstacle could be that you're involved in a new marriage, because clarifying the Hierophant, we have the Moon, the Art, and the Ace of Wands. So this is some sort of new beginning. And it could have been an obstacle for you. The Moon, the Art, the Ace of Wands, okay? Everything was moving slowly, but it wasn't really as it seemed with that Moon energy. Could also be somebody trying to impose their beliefs on you, because I've read about the Hierophant card before. And, with the Hierophant card, it's about somebody who's spiritual, but sometimes spiritual people try to push their beliefs on other people because they think it'll make them happy, or happier. Like, you'll be happier if you just believe in Christianity. You'll be happier if you just believe in Jesus. You'll be happier, and they're trying to force their beliefs on you. That could be another obstacle you're dealing with, is somebody trying to slowly force their beliefs on you for a new beginning, to make you a new born again Christian, or a new Buddhist, or whatever religion they have. The outcome of everything for the end of March is going to be luxury. You get the Luxury card. Okay. Luxury. So the advice is to rest, go inwardly into the depth, and stretch yourself to new heights. So you may be experiencing some sort of new insights and invitations. These you can accept or reject. So the beginning of our reading started off with you having, a lot of friends and a new beginning. And it's almost like that's still the ending. In the past, in the middle of March, you had all these new friends and a wonderful life. and you're still having a wonderful life at the end of March with that luxury card. Clarifying this, we get the Hermit, the Pleasure card, and the Aeon card. Okay, you could be spending a lot of time alone, and this is part of you learning more about yourself, which is weird because we were just talking about friends, and now it's talking about you spending time alone. And it's talking about you choosing how you want to respond to certain things, and it goes back to you accepting invitations or not accepting invitations. You could be invited to someone's birthday party at the end of the month, and you're basically deciding whether you want to go or not, because with that Hermit, the Pleasure card, and you're choosing how you react to certain things. The Aeon card, I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, and of course I dropped it. You're choosing how you want to respond to certain things, okay? So it's almost like you're happy. You're happy at home, you're happy when you go out. You're just having a wonderful month, but the only drawback is you are trying to get past a certain situation, okay? Now, what you don't see coming is Five of Swords energy, okay? Five of Swords. Now, a lot of people think this is a negative card, but I like this deck because there's a lot of positive meanings in this book, okay? Some people misjudge books like this and they don't open them and they don't, they just follow superstition and they don't see that there's actually a lot of good information in books like this. And so the advice for love is do not throw the gun into the grain. Do not let others slam you. Be prepared for both criticism and self-criticism. You will find a new approach and understanding. So what you don't see coming is, maybe there's somebody that is criticizing you towards the end of March, and it's saying not to give up, even if somebody criticizes you, don't give up. Um you're going to find a new approach and understanding. And it's possible whoever is criticizing you, you could be leaving them. You could be going your own way. Because we have the futility card, we have the happiness card, and the sun card. It's like you're going your own way towards happiness. Somebody complains about you and you're like, okay, well, if that's how you really feel, I'm just going to go leave. And it could be that your fear of abandonment manifested this, but regardless of whether it manifested it or not, criticism needs to be constructive, okay? If somebody is calling you stupid or an idiot or treating you that way, they really are not worthy of your time, and they don't need to be around you, because, and this is something I learned from Pluto being tarot, usually it's the opposite, okay? The people that are calling you insignificant or whatever they're calling you, they're the ones that are the insignificant ones, okay? It's usually the opposite. So you're going to be leaving a certain situation to be happy, okay? And you're not going to have to deal with whoever was criticizing you ever again, unless you let somebody else like that into your life. Eventually, when we come out of the fog of our emotions and learning about ourselves, we have a choice then. Do we want anyone else that reminds us of that person in our lives again, or do we not? And now, if somebody was giving you constructive criticism, I could see you staying, but if it's not constructive and they're just calling you names and belittling you, I could see you going your own way. And so thank you for coming to this reading, and I think you've just got everything going on. I think like you're a happy, popular person who's been through a lot of pain, but there's could be somebody that's jealous of you, or somebody that just because they're jealous of your light and your happiness, they like to criticize you. And that's their personal problem that they need to deal with instead of pushing it onto you. So, thank you for coming to this reading, and I hope things get better for you. And I hope you are able to leave this person at the end of March if that is your intention. Thank you.